Okay, so this is Helios. This is the line for hotel check-in. I think it's this way. So there's Epic right there. So you can see it. This is Laura. This is pretty cool, but we're gonna try to get some merch. Assuming on the right side, but we gotta register and then go in. All right, see you shortly. 5:28. We're moving up slowly. But they did give us some bottled water, so, and then we're gonna go check in our bags and go through at the security line. So it's 6 o'clock and they're letting us line up. In order to come through, you're gonna have to show them your room key. You cannot just walk through. So they didn't tell me that, and then I had packed away my room key, so I had to give them I had to show them proof that I was via my email that I was in here. But this is it, all lit up. It's nice and warm. There's a Grand Helios right there. Again, it's 6 o'clock. Hopefully sometime soon they'll let us in so we can start going in. So all right, so we're able to get to the bridge at 6:15. So we're able to get to the bridge. Oh, Stardust Racers is already moving. So, but all the merchandise is way up there, so we're gonna have to get up there. Check out Helios right behind us. So this is actually pretty cool. So hopefully we get room facing the park. That would be really, really cool. The 6:27, we're walking. 6:28, it just turned to. And like people running over there and stuff. So we are heading in, but it looks like they stopped us. We might be stopped. No, it looks like. No, we're going. So we're gonna go all the way to the front, and people are running. All right, we're gonna power walk to the front. All right, we'll see you guys towards the front. Okay, so that's Dark Universe. Waiting area for Dark Universe is gonna be over here. Hello. All right, so we're heading over there. So this is actually interesting. So they're having like a Dark Universe waiting area. Supposedly all the stuff is going to be back over here, but again, we might not make it. We might try to see it. This is where we're going to try to go live. So what happens is the merchandise is way over here. So they have holding areas for all four parts of the park. And again, they let us in at 6:30. I do not know if they let people in at the front. Hopefully it's just us because we're staying at Helios. But again, they have holding areas over here. So this is interesting. So we are going to head up to the front, try to get in line for merchandise. We're going to try to get that medallion. Oh, I haven't shown you the medallion. There's only 1,000 of them. So we're gonna try to get there. So these are the holding areas. So it's pretty cool. It's opening day. Hello. So they got cameras here live. So up there, and I'm assuming they let people in the front because there's people coming in. So let's see how packed. We're almost at the merchandise line. Let's see how bad it is. I didn't take into consideration that we're probably going to see a lot of people in costumes. This is an uphill, so my calves are burning. We're almost at the merchandise line, and it looks like we can go in, and they are letting in people in. So let's see if we can get in there. All right, we'll come back. I'm gonna try to stay with you a little bit longer, but it is open 6:30. The limited edition merch is up there. All right. Oh, there it is. Other mercantile. So we are gonna see what we can get. Oh, here we go. We're looking for dated stuff. All right, we'll come back shortly. I'm gonna look. So that was a forever line. So, but let's see if they have anything. Medallions were completely sold out. They were sold out since yesterday. Those posters are real good, but they're like I think $200 student size. So they're like $200, but they don't say grand opening on them, and they're just walking around handing them out. The only two bit of things that have this is grand opening. So this is right here. So I was able to get a shirt with this and the medallion, but that's it. So it's upside down. There you go. All right, there we go. Thank you. But it doesn't say grand opening, so they just have these shirts. Now this is the line to get in here. So limited edition stuff. They actually, how's it going? I think they actually already cut out the medallion. So they had, the backpack is actually pretty cool. People attack and stuff. So you get to see, and some of these, the stickers actually, or the magnets have the date. So that's it. So all right, we're gonna walk out and we're gonna go see more stuff. So we'll be back. So you want to be filmed going into Super Nintendo World. I don't know if this is a live feed or what they're gonna do, but so when they open up, we still got, from what I understand, 50 minutes, but we're going to the back because they're probably going to have something. I do have a feeling they've been opening up early, so good morning. They've been opening up everything early, so I have a feeling that they will open up early. So we are heading, I think we're going to go to the Dark Universe. This is actually a really cool setting place, but again, the food that I ate was okay, but I only tried one plate, so maybe the other plates will be better. But that's where I'm staying right there. Oh, that's a pretty picture. I just noticed that. And they're giving away free water. That's the thing. That's the other thing. And we just saw some people staggering, so it's like, okay. Oh, I think this is a holding area. And I think we're gonna do Dark Universe first. That's my favorite. Everyone's gonna probably go to the Nintendo or Harry Potter. Is this holding area for Dark?
This is Dark Universe, yes.
Dark Universe. How bad do you know how bad the Harry Potter one is right now?
I have no idea.
Nah, I figured, but I said I'll just ask just in case. All right. So let's go. The Harry Potter one's probably going to be really, really packed, but this is one of my favorites. This is just to give you an idea. And this is a really different, looks like people are walking in already. I could be wrong. So they have these frames here to kind of, so the people out there, that's the walkway. So you're not supposed to be able to cross over here. Although people will try. Okay, there it is. There's the crowd. All right. I guess we're going to come back when we're going to walk in to see if every single one of them has, I have a feeling every single one of them is going to have something different. That's going to be unique. That's going to cause recording to be a problem, because if you're probably going to only be able to do one. So that's it. So, all right, we'll come back shortly. It's almost 8. Yeah, no. Let's see what happens.
Good morning, travelers. On behalf of the thousands of team members across Universal Orlando Resort, We'd like to welcome you to Universal Epic Universe. Thank you for being with us on this historic day as we officially open Epic Universe to the world. It is now our pleasure to introduce Steven Spielberg.
Desire to explore the world, in search of adventure, joy, discovery, and even to face our fears. Through amazing stories and unforgettable characters, we are introduced to
was a
the
fake
incredible world we only dare imagine, and in the process, we discover the hero in ourselves. Universal Epic Universe has brought those worlds to life. All the sights, sounds, and feelings you've come to love in a way that can only be described as epic.
didn't go live, but you guys can see this as many times as you want. That was amazing.
Innovation, creativity, and immersive storytelling have brought us to this momentous day, the grand opening of Universal Epic Universe. This day would not be complete without you, our fans. The portal time for your epic adventure.
Sorry about that, but I guess we're gonna go in. We're not supposed to go in until 8. I'm sorry, 9 for another 54 minutes. I guess we're gonna go in. Unless we're gonna be just waiting for it, yeah. Come back when there's something to see. Well, people are cheering, but we don't know what they're cheering for. I'm not sure. I think it's just a camera. I think it's just a camera. But there's talk about them having characters. Alright, we'll see you guys shortly. Alright, we kind of figured they were going to let us in early. It's open. The first time officially open. Been in here before. I think I'm gonna go live. So made it through. Everyone, there's Helios back there. So everyone went to that ride over here. So we're gonna go on to the Curse of the Werewolf line. May become a wolf. So I'll record on and off throughout the day. Right now it's super packed, and I'm gonna guess that in the next few hours, the rides are gonna get super long. Let's see how it goes because it's gonna get super hot also. But this is it, first ride. I'm gonna just walk around, see what's opening day stuff. Grand opening day, that's the cool part. So you got to see the fireworks. They were so cool. And walk through the portal. We had team members cheering us on. But look at that, we're gonna walk on pretty much on this ride. So it'll be the second ones on this ride, so they should be coming up pretty soon. Check that out, the full moon. So the first part ever, according to the new like grand opening just last. So this is the second one, and we're gonna be in row 1 for the third one. This is actually pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, but I'm not sure what these people are doing. Let me see. Is that 20 minutes? 20 minutes. Not bad. So, all right, we'll check it out. Okay, so it is a 20-minute wait. So that line over there is for the vinyl record that they were selling. This is super cool. I recorded on my last video, so I'm not gonna keep it, but that's interesting. That vinyl is become very, very popular. I don't have a record player, so not for me. It's actually not that bad right now, but I'm not in any land. I left Dark Universe, went to go eat at the tavern, and it was actually pretty cool. The food was there was not that bad, and then they had the grand opening cup, which was pretty good. I don't know who these people, oh, I think they're the employees of Pizza Moon. So I'll pass by. I'm not sure if I want to go into Nintendo World and check it out, but I got to know one of the managers last time I was here. But anyways, all right. I'm gonna walk around. Like outside, there's not a lot going on. I'm debating whether I want to go in and just look at it real quick. You can enter on this side, but I think I actually want to go to the front to check to see if anything, just in case anything. But look, they did record, and I think there was a live feed. I'm gonna look to see later on to see if I'm in here. That's it, people walking in there. All right, I do need to find a restroom, which I think there's some at the front. Look at that, 25 minutes, 5 minutes. For Nintendo World. I did think it was going to be Meet Toothless 100 minutes. That's there. But look at that, Stardust Racers 15 minutes. It's not that packed as just people would have believed. And so I still haven't gotten my hotel. Once I get my hotel, I am going to go in there and I am going to check everything in and come back out. So 10 o'clock, I might end up going and seeing that. Now it hasn't brought out any of Constellation 5, Curse of the World Dragon, Racers Rally.
Why does this smell like orange?
I might go and get right here because the Constellation is right there at Carousel. But no, I think I'm going to go to the front. Again, I don't think it's going to be this much. Alright, the one I wanted to see was the Harry Potter one. I don't see anything. Alright, we'll see you guys shortly. People are still coming in, but this is the front of the park. Looks like they were recording some stuff. And people are still recording stuff. I got to go to the restroom. So I just came to see this. But it's not that many people coming in. It's not like it's back coming in. But anyways, so what I was gonna say is there's only one ride that has, oh, this is a beautiful picture right here. But there's only one ride that has 300 minutes. So what is that? 5 hours, give or take. And that is the Ministry of Magic. Everything else is basically a walk-on to almost a walk-on, because everything is like 25 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. That is a long stick. Anyways, alrighty. We'll see you guys shortly. So yes, I wanted to show you. Hello. I know. Thought it would be more packed. So I was about to actually say this. So this is Celestial Park. We're gonna try to go into, I didn't try Nintendo. I'm not gonna record that. So there's Helios, which I still haven't gotten a text, but over here to the right is Alaberg, so we're gonna go in there. But it's not, look at Celestial Park, it's not that bad. And then that ride right in front of us, the ones where the dueling ones, which I don't think we're gonna get on right now. I just ate something. 15-minute wait, and I think that's cutting it, because it takes about 15 minutes to get there up to the top, because of you have to check in stuff in the locker and stuff. But let's go in here. Now these ones had like a 15-minute wait, but the only good part, whatever, is, or the only the only thing that's really packed is Picture with Hiccup, which was about an hour and a half or so. But look at this. And on the right, it's team members who are walking over, so it's not a lot. Now we might turn the corner and see a lot more, but team members to the right that are walking out. But look at that. I personally don't think that. Look at this. I mean, I would think that it would be so darn packed that you could basically not get around. There's a lot of team members, but I guess the rumors were right. Ooh, this epic photo. Find your photos. That's pretty cool. That's not bad at all. All right. This is a cool picture, so I think I'm gonna get a picture here. So I'm about to walk on to Dragon Racers. This is actually a cool land, but it's a walk on. So right there. So again, there's the other one. I'm sorry, the roller coaster. So the biggest mistake, everybody thinks that the Stardust Racers is part of Alaberg. That's on the other side. See the fence. But a lot of people are saying they're going like, no, it's inside of Alaberg, and no, it's outside. You have to walk out to get in there. But we're about to walk onto this. This was even a better line than when I came for previews. So this is a walk-on. We're gonna check to see what this is like. So we might end up getting, if it's not much. I mean, let's see what it is. Anyways, we could see the parking lot from up there, and it was maybe at 10% capacity. So what is the wait time?
Walk-on.
Oh, it's a walk-on. Okay, we're walking on then. Thanks. All right, so we're walking on, and there's another one of these. But man, the parking lot was 5, maybe 10 minutes. And that was it. So yeah, so this is a walk-on. Thank you. I mean, maybe some people were coming, so I'm looking at it's almost 10, about 13 minutes till 10. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting day. I guess that's it. We'll see you guys shortly. So in about 15 minutes or so, I did both rides at Isle of Burke. So that's how empty it is. And when you walked on, you just walk straight onto the front row. So I am going to say I still think they kept this at capacity, at below, way below capacity. I think in a month or so they're gonna just raise it, and I think they're gonna do it little by little. But man, and I think that's what they wanted. They wanted people to say, "Hey, what's it called? We're not at capacity. Get your tickets. Come on over. Stay here." You know. And of course, I keep thinking, "Oh man, it's gonna be hard to get in." So I booked Helios, so which I still have not gotten my notification, but it's only 10 o'clock. So anyways, all right, we are gonna head over to Nintendo next. Okay, we're going up to Super Nintendo World. We'll see shortly. Walk a little bit. See how it is. When I looked a little earlier, I think both rides had about half an hour or less ride. And I don't count Yoshi, but you can see Yoshi in front of us. You can see all the empty seats. That's a walk-on. But let's see how it is. I think people are wanting to take pictures, do the vans. It's loud down here. But can't block the road. Sorry, people just gonna walk. Again, it's just loud, but you look down there, there's not a lot of people. We're gonna probably go over to Mario Karts. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, if that line's open, I think I'm gonna come and get a picture because I don't know what that is, but it looks pretty super cool. Alrighty, let's see if it's closed. And it's closed. So that's it. Anyways, alright, let's see what's back here. We'll come back there. It's gonna be super hot in that costume right now. And so this is like a portal within a portal. At Donkey Kong Country. Alright, so let's see. It's pretty much a walk-on. And by walk-on, I mean 25 or less. Which again, doesn't look too bad. Too shabby. I remember when I was here and I was hanging out back here, this song got in my head. Let's see what it's like. But more than likely, it's 30 minutes or less if we're gonna get on it. That's 35 minutes. I think I'm gonna get on. 35 minutes, not bad. Alright, see you in a bit. So this is a meet and greet for Donkey Kong. And this is where, well, let's see. Because I do see something over here. Maybe it is the Donkey Kong. What's up? How's it going? So Donkey Kong, I was starting to, and then I saw some friends of mine, so I got in line. So Donkey Kong is gonna come out right now at 11. And so he's gonna come out at 11, but they're only letting 10 parties in at a time. And we were like 13, so they didn't let us in. So anyway, so with that said, so the next one's at 12:20. So if you come, just know that Donkey Kong, to me that says something about the costume that he's in. It's probably, from what I understanding, it says there's a mechanical part in it. And so they have to control it and they have to be very careful with it. So they got to limit people that go in there. And second of all, it gets hot in there. It gets really, really, really hot in there. So, and that to me says something about that. So, and I think that, from my understanding, it's a work in progress. So maybe as time goes by, they'll let a few more, then a few more, then a few more and stuff. So there's Pizza Moon. Okay. All right, we still have not, and you can see my hotel. I am gonna go to the carousel, Constellation Carousel. 5 minutes, so it's a walk on. But almost everything's been pretty quick. When I left, the Mario Karts was only 25 minutes. It had even gone down. So that's it. But trying to get some pictures. But all right, we will going in. We'll be back shortly. Okay, I guess this means he's coming out after waiting for about 45 minutes. Let's see. Come on. There it comes. Yeah, that thing must be really, really hot. All right, so we'll come back with the picture. Finally made it to the Ministry of Magic. This is the last one. I've been able to get on almost anything. Now, this is still delayed, so I would not doubt it if it's pretty empty. So, next show is at 2:15. That's in front of me, which is over an hour away. I'm actually there talking about that there is hot food and no line. So I might go in there because I'm hungry. And I still haven't gotten a text from Helios, so that's it. But you can still see people trying to get over there, but it is pretty empty here too. It's not that it's packed, but all right, I'm gonna go check to see what they have over here. Not, I might go try the quick service in Helios. Just ate again. The food, the meat was okay. Again, it's average. Brisket and ribs, not a lot of it. I can post pictures at the very end. But I was walking out and they told me about this. And they said, oh, the live bands are here now. It's not bad. Got a good voice. Oh, just got the word. All right, and about to be 2 o'clock, and my room is still not assigned to me. All right, but there's a little bit more people here. It's not packed, but I also noticed that rides are going down. Actually, I wanted to go back to Dark Universe, so we are going to do that. And I got 2 more days of this, so it's going to be funky how I've already done stuff quite a few times. So, all right, see you guys later. Okay, this is opening day. You would think this would be packed. 10 minutes to go on to Monsters Unleashed. Probably this ride's about the same. Okay, first time walking into a room. It's very, very stuffy in here. It's so my first time looking at it, I tried my hardest to get a view from the park to the park. Let's just say I couldn't get it and they weren't helpful. All right, but this is the view that I have. I can actually see, I believe that's Dockside or Surfside way up there. And so that's it. There's Icon Park right there. All right, so let's take a look at the room. We're gonna go, I just walked in, dropped off my bag. So here is the bathroom. So, there it is. Okay, cool. Okay, so there it is. Actually, pretty nice. Again, it's a newer restroom, so it's got a shower, towels. Here we go. It's got a place to put more towels and stuff. That's it. So, how you guys doing? So that's that. Very simple. Ooh, I like that. I always like these little side mirrors and stuff. All right, so we got a little safe here. place to put my bag. I think once I unpack, I'm gonna put my bag in there. Now I'm still looking for at least the fridge, and there it is. Here's the fridge. And then of course we have some drawers. I'll put my stuff in there. A work little location, which I have to plug in this phone right now. Of course, another place to kind of lounge right there. And then 2 queen beds. And this is my room, and you get to see that, but it is approximately 3:30. I'm gonna rest for about an hour before I go back down, because it is tiring out there. And we'll see you guys shortly. So got back into the parks. It looks a little overcast, but I don't know if it's gonna rain, but they gave me one of these. This is actually pretty cool. They didn't give it to me this morning. They didn't even offer it to us this morning, but it's an opening day digital medallion and grand opening day. One problem, when I click on the grand opening digital day, it says I must be over 18 in order to get this. I'm not sure, and it just says that, so, which is really, really weird. But anyways, it's still empty. The only thing that has a 4-hour wait now is the Ministry of Magic. But I am gonna head over there just to check it out. I was able to refresh. I got into my room. Obviously you guys saw, I was able to lay down for a little bit, and now I am walking around. There's supposed to be some fireworks at about 10. So I will stick around to see that and share that with you. But besides that, I'm walking around in an empty park, so I guess that's it. So it's 7:20 and it's still pretty empty. Yeah, and it's with a little over 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes. The Ministry of Magic has gone down to like 2.5 hours. I'm actually gonna go over here to Nintendo Land. Then I am going to head to the back to see again if it's gonna go down, because from my understanding is the drone show and everything is gonna be in the back, and that's been said by a few people. So it's gonna be over there by Helios. So I can just, when it's finished, I can just go back to my room and rest until tomorrow. But again, you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, which is a lot of emptiness. So anyways, all right, we'll see you guys shortly. And we are gonna record, or I'm gonna try to record that drone / fireworks show. So they released a pin. Let me actually go and show you this pin. So it's an opening day pin set. And this is the first one that had the epic one, but there's not an epic one by itself. So we're gonna walk in real quick. So excuse me, thank you. And then I'm gonna show you how empty the park is. The only thing that has an hour and a half, it's down to an hour and a half wait, is going to be Ministry of Magic. So there it is. And you see the epic one now, right in the middle. But they do not sell that singularly. You have to buy it in the set, which is $110. I get a 20% discount. Quick math, that's like $84 or something like that. But still, I don't think I want to spend that much money. I already bought 2 of the pins. So that's that. And you can see the VIP people up there. I think a lot of them are cast members, but it's pretty empty. I think, and there's Helios. It looks beautiful at night. It's starting to get a little bit cooler. It's still damp, so it's still a little humid. But look at Helios at nighttime right there. Gonna go to the restroom, then I think we're gonna walk to Dark Universe. Actually, I think I'm gonna pass by Alaberth and the Dark Universe, and then head on to record the fireworks drone show. I hope that it's there, but that's it. See you guys in a little bit.
Hello!
It's Igor.
The man who's all being experiments.
And this is beautiful at night. It was funny because I heard him screaming, and I was like, and I saw 2 cops around, and I said, oh man, somebody's about to get arrested, and didn't realize it was Igor. So that's it. But look at this. This looks beautiful at night. And once in a while, it actually will light up. It's only a 10-minute wait, so I'm thinking about getting on the Monsters Unleashed, although I've done it quite a few times. So I thought of going to the to set up, but I was just told that the park only sold 6,000 tickets, which is I mean, guess if it's 10 to 20% capacity, but that was interesting. So anyways, but even here, there's people gathered, but they're not really going in. So 10 minutes to go in. But after this, we're probably going to see you guys when they see the fireworks / drone show, which has basically been confirmed that it's going to happen.
The time has come for the chronos to align. Across the cosmos, the energy of every portal will soon ignite, channeling the power of the stars as Celestial Park bids you goodnight. through time using your wizarding magic. Raced through realms of power-up and play. Stood face to face with monsters and darkness. And soared beyond the clouds with dragons. Now, Celestial Park invites you to a final celebration of these epic worlds. May the fond memories of your explorations live on in the stars above and within you. Until the next epic journey calls you back, farewell and good night.
Now, although that was awesome and it's still very cool, it's past 10 o'clock, so everything's closed. I'm just going to go back up to my room, which is on the other side of this. It was still a little disappointing because I was told that there was going to be a drone show. Now, it's a little bit past 10, like 10:03. So the worlds are now closed. I think you can walk in there, but the rides are closed. You can walk in there. But overall, I mean, it was a great day. Like I said before, they brought down the capacity to 6,000, and from my understanding is total capacity is between 40 and 45,000. So, you know, and apparently it's going to be about the same tomorrow and the next day. So I'm really not going to record unless I see something, but I'll post pictures on social media, especially if I see anything rare. And I'm going to take a picture of. The only other disappointing thing was that they had that medallion, and somebody pointed out, which was really, really true. It was all, and some of you even reached out to me and said, hey, it's on social media, you're going to be able to get it. And they were all sold out yesterday, even though they were told, they were telling people that it will be available today, which doesn't make any sense. That, you know, you're telling people it's going to be available today, even though it sold out yesterday. So a lot of people ran, including, well, I didn't run. You saw me, I was walking past over there. But a lot of people ran and were highly disappointed. That is something that Universal needs to work on. But overall, an epic day. So you get to see, this is it at nighttime. I'm heading up to my room to rest up for tomorrow. You guys, create a magical day. We are going to create magical runs pretty soon. And guys, see you sooner than later.